Students, those here in the magnificent Michael Egan Hall or joining us online, I offer you the warmest of welcomes. I'm so very happy that you've joined our wonderful Macquarie community, to which each and every one of you belong. A convocation ceremony establishes the formal commencement of the academic year. This morning you'll hear a little bit more from me and then from our Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Bruce Doughton, a student representative and the Deans and a Deputy Dean of our 4 faculties. To formally begin the proceedings, it is my great pleasure to introduce Uncle Chris Tobin for the welcome to country.
Thank you. Buji Mulinawul, everyone. Good morning, and Nalawa, welcome. We're going to begin today in our academic year with the acknowledgement of country. I feel very privileged to come and do this with you. The acknowledgement of countries are actually one of the features of contemporary Australia that I warm so much to and very proud of in this country. It's one of those simple gestures that we do, and I encourage you to continue to do that for now. It's a way of reminding ourselves the importance of country, and country includes in Aboriginal culture not just the rocks and the trees and the beautiful waters that we enjoy here, but also the other brother and sister creatures that we have a responsibility for. In Aboriginal culture, we're taught that's our job. We're to manage the country in the best way we can for the health and well-being of all. Now, it's also gives me an opportunity, and you are here to learn, and so I just want to share with you some of my thoughts on the acknowledgement of country, and I'll try and make it quick, people, but it's something that's I think is really important. Because there's some pushback, around the country. Some pushback against the welcomes and the acknowledgement of countries. I just want to share with you, though, that it's for a lot of Aboriginal people like myself, it's not tokenism at all. It's actually a very powerful gesture that we do. I'm not sure the rest of the world does it. The rest of the world is sort of battling the same post-colonial situation we're in, where the country's not yours anymore. In traditional culture, we don't recognise anyone born without country. And yet we live in a world where homelessness is just like a given. For the longest time, our people understood that when you're born into a place, you have rights to that country. And it doesn't matter whether you've someone more powerful with a big army or lots of wealth comes and takes that from you, it does not make it theirs. It's still yours. And when we get up in Australia and we acknowledge country, we are standing with Aboriginal people, we are standing with the dispossessed, and we're saying that bullying kind of behaviour, which still is practiced sadly around the world and here too, is not acceptable, and that we recognise people's belonging in the country. So I want to respect your belonging in your countries. You may not belong into this Aboriginal country, but you belong somewhere. And the best way that we can respect that belonging that we have and that relationship to country is to look after the place we're in right now. So in your time here, I would love you to give thought to that. Do understand too in Aboriginal culture that you are part of the country. Just like the birds are the birds of the country, the trees are the trees of the country, you and I, we're the people of the country, whether you're travelling through or whether you've been born into it, and we have a relationship with that country. So try and respect that, respect each other as part of that, and I just hope you have a beautiful time here. Please look after yourselves as part of looking after country. Eat well. Draw on the support and the resources from the uni that are here. There are so many people here, your fellow students included, to support you in your journey. So take use of that and enjoy your time here. Thank you very much, and Nalawa, welcome.
Thank you, Uncle Chris. Listening to and learning from Uncle Chris always reminds me that we at Macquarie University are not the first educators on these lands. And every morning, as I walk onto this beautiful Wallamadigal campus, I feel the weight of the responsibility to carry on the purpose of educating future generations. Let me add my acknowledgement of the first educators and traditional custodians of these lands, the Wallumattagal people of the Darug Nation, and pay my respects to elders past and present. I would like to also extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people here today and acknowledge the role that you and all Australian First Nations people play in preserving, generating, and disseminating knowledge for future generations. Community is everything to us at Macquarie University. Caring for and nurturing our community are at the heart of what we do. As an institution, it's part of our DNA, and at the heart of our community is you, our students. Each one of you has joined us to embark on a life journey, the possibilities which you do not yet know. What we know is that every one of you is unique, with your own aspirations, and that you will all go on to enjoy futures that are as rich as the diversity as you are here in number today. What connects you all is that you have chosen to come to Macquarie so that we may support you through a transformational education to realise your dreams and to empower you to flourish academically, personally, and professionally. One of Australia's greatest sportswomen and world champion tennis players, Aboriginal woman Yvonne Goolagong-Coley, has the following motto for success in life: dream, believe, learn, achieve. Your dreams thus far and your belief in yourself have brought you to Macquarie University, where we want you to continue to dream, believe, and now learn with us to achieve your greatest potential. We want you to embark on a mind-expanding journey, during which time the horizons of possibility are broadened to an extent you had not previously imagined. This is what you will experience at Macquarie. We offer an encounter with learning and its application that has the capacity to transform your life and to set you up for your future successes. To enable such a transformational experience for each of you, we have first-rate educators passionate for and committed to your education and the pursuit of understanding. But a good education requires more than just teaching. It also requires imagination. Without imagination and an appreciation of the as yet unthought of possibilities, you would not be able to use what you will learn during your time at Macquarie and translate it into positive change for yourself and society. It is this capability to teach wisdom through the engagement of imagination that is a hallmark of educational excellence, and it's what we do at Macquarie. It's one of the pillars of our Macquarie advantage. It's our way of multiplying your potential. You are here because of your dreams, hard work, dedication, and perseverance, and your presence is evidence of your commitment to making the very best of the adventure that lies ahead of you. Not all of your experiences will be easy. There will be challenges and obstacles along the way, all of which you will overcome. Some will be straightforward, others testing, but you'll emerge stronger and wiser from tackling every one of them. While you are embarking on this grand adventure, full of highs and lows, moments of triumph and of uncertainty, embrace and cherish it all. You'll make mistakes, but don't see them as failures, only lessons to be learned. And along the way, we remember we are here for you. We are among friends, with you. You already belong. While you might at first get lost, we're here to answer the questions that will help you find your way. My role, and that of the Dean of Students team, is to walk beside you in your journey at Macquarie, ready to help in any way that we can. During Kickstart, you will have learned of the many services Macquarie has to support you, academic and personal alike, and you will have met some of the staff, buddies and peer mentors who will continue to help you along the way. Together, your Macquarie staff and fellow students are here to help you grow and develop holistically, academically as well as personally, to be the best that you can and to go on to succeed in your professional lives. I'd like you to take a moment to look around this great hall. Look at the people with whom you are gathered. Remember what dreams brought you here and what you hope to achieve. Every person sitting around you has their own version of what you are now thinking. While the stories of what brought you here are all very different, you will be feeling, in some way or another, nervous about the days and weeks ahead. But don't be anxious. You are already a part of our Macquarie community. We are known for our can-do attitude, willingness to help each other, and our commitment to do good in the world. We are a university for all. Again, we are delighted to have you join us. Take every advantage that Macquarie has to offer. Ask questions, explore, engage, and most importantly, have fun. It's now my great pleasure to introduce you to our Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Bruce Doughton. Vice-Chancellor.
Well, thank you very much, Professor Piggott, and also my great thanks to Chris Tobin for a wonderful welcome to Country Today. Chris, it's great to have you here to help our new entering students understand something of the perspectives of First Nations peoples in Australia, so thank you for being here. And welcome to you all to the Convocation ceremony, marking the start of a new academic year, and especially the entry of our beginning class of 2025. I offer my own welcome to you to Macquarie University as you either join this wonderful community or perhaps as you return for a new year with us. I also say a warm welcome to those who are watching by live simulcast today. Even though you are not here, you are very welcome in the family of Macquarie University. Now, as you've heard, I'm Bruce Doughton and I am the Vice-Chancellor and President of the University. They tell me that I actually run this place, but sometimes I wonder. And it's a role I've had the great good fortune to have held for a little over 12 years now. And I hope to meet many of you in the coming days, weeks and months ahead. And I urge you to come up to me and if you see me out and about on campus. And if you will do that, I'm easy to recognise. There's only one person who fits the description of big, tall, no hair, wears large round glasses and bow ties every day. There's only one person who fits that description on this campus, and that happens to be the person who leads the university. So do come up, please, and say hello to me. You will find that I am easy to get along with and to chat with, and I will want to make sure you are settling in well. In fact, there are so many people, as Professor Piggott has already said, and I hope you've learned during Kickstart, that are here to make your transition to university as life as smooth as it possibly can be. Some of those leaders you will meet today and others along the way. All here to help you and support you during your time with us, and they're all wonderful colleagues. Macquarie is an exceptional community, a collection of us all as individuals, as solitary individuals. And we are very pleased to celebrate and embrace the individuality that every single one of you brings here today. And as I said just a moment ago, if you see me around campus, do come up and introduce yourself and say hello. And I will likely ask you something like, tell me your story. Where you've come from, what are you going to be studying, what are your hopes and dreams for what this university experience can be for you. A little of my story. It's actually almost to the day 50 years ago since I was in your position. when I started my university journey, and I am the first in my family to ever go to university. And I was born in the far inland of Australia and grew up in a smallish country town. And my university has given me so many privileges in life. I have had the opportunity to live and work all over the world as a medical doctor, as a researcher, and as a consultant. And every one of you are about to embark upon the next step of your journey of life. The story of this university is the story of many, many individuals just like you, the entering and returning class of 2025. But together, we all add up to that wonderful community that we know as Macquarie University. Now, I'd like to give you just 3 suggestions. These are occasions when people in roles like mine give advice and give suggestions. I'm going to give you 3 suggestions about how you might speed up your process of settling in and really enjoy your time with us here and get the most out of it. Firstly, relax. As Professor Piggott has said, everything's a bit different, but it's all going to be fine. Everyone else around you is going through exactly the same feelings and thoughts that you have about how do you find your way to class, how will it work out without the structure that you might have been used to at school around you, how do you ease back into study if you're a postgraduate student and been out in the workforce and coming back. For our international students and out-of-town students, you also have the added dimension of this being a new city or a new country. Sydney and Australia are remarkable places both of great welcome. And I hope you will take time to fully learn about Australia if you are coming to our shores for the first time and explore this exciting country and this very international cosmopolitan city of Sydney. It is all going to work out. And as I said a moment ago, we have lots of people to help you out, lots of officers to help you out. So my first bit of advice is just relax and enjoy the ride. Secondly, I urge you to engage fully in the life of the university. Your time as a student brings with it so many opportunities. Of course, there are the rich choice that you have of your academic area of study, but so much more than that. Sporting activities of many types, both social and competitive, clubs and societies, and just this beautiful Wallamedical campus of Macquarie University. It's a great place just to hang out with your friends or by yourself in a favourite quiet space and just chill. And as a part of engaging fully in the university, I hope that you will all take time to pause and learn about the culture and traditions of the Darug people, the First Nations people who have occupied this land of Macquarie University for a long, long while, tens of thousands of years. For our international students, I particularly urge you to pause and learn about the deep traditions and culture of First Nations peoples in Australia. So my second bit of advice, engage fully in the life of the university. Thirdly, I urge you to broaden your horizons and understanding of the world. Macquarie University is a micro-community, as I call it, of the wider world. And today we welcome some of you from as close by as the neighbouring suburbs of Epping, Eastwood and Marsfield, and as far away as from more than over 100 countries. We are among the most, if not the most, internationally diverse university in Australia. Your classmates reflect all the complexities of the belief systems, from widely divergent cultural, religious, ethnic traditions and experiences. This is not something to be feared, folks, but to be seized upon, in my view, as an opportunity to learn about difference. In doing so, you will make new friends from all over the world. I urge you to be open to understand the backgrounds and traditions of others. I'm not asking you to change who you are, but a university environment does give you many chances to explore and challenge yourself, to learn about others and how they think and what they believe. And as we do that, we must always, without exception, conduct ourselves with respect for others, avoiding inflammatory language and divisive behaviour and actions. You are entering this transition to start university or return at a time when the world around us in Australia and around the globe is changing very, very quickly, and not all of it, in my view, for the better. Forces around the world, including here in Australia, are trying to disrupt social order and organisation. Macquarie University is a community with a strong sense of what I refer to as communitarian purpose. And what I mean by that is, while we all come from many different places and experiences, as I've already said, we come together with a genuine respect and caring for each and every member of our community. And I want to say to you today something that I feel I need to say today, which has only recently been a need for me over the last few years. And that is that in this community, there is no place at all ever for any speech or act which targets someone because of their race, their religion, their ethnic background, or sexual orientation. Let me also be quite specific. There is no place for anti-Semitic speech or action, or Islamophobia, or racism of any kind at this university. We have strong policy frameworks, and we will act. If you ever experience anything of that, please, I urge you to let us know immediately. We have a range of support resources for you and all the needed mechanisms to address complaints and address those who have acted outside of our expectations. This has always been a safe and welcoming community, and it is incumbent upon each of us to ensure that it stays that way. At the same time as all of that, at this university and every Australian university, we support freedom of speech and freedom of inquiry. However, this support, which is profound and deep, comes with the expectation that dialogue will remain peaceful and respectful at all times, and that debate and discourse will be inclusive of all viewpoints, no matter how divergent or distasteful they might be to some. And while I'm addressing the boundaries of what we expect at Macquarie, I want to also be very clear in saying that we have no tolerance for any form of sexual harassment or misconduct at this university. It is a difficult time of transition for young people as they leave high school and sometimes leave home and enter new forms of independence. I urge you to think carefully on this matter. We have education programs which we will require you to engage in, and I know that you will find these helpful. Again, there are designated points of contact. If you ever have any concern about sexual harassment, please do reach out. It's wonderful to have you all with us as new students at Macquarie University. We are very pleased that you have chosen to come to this exceptional university community. I look forward to your extraordinary contributions to continuing to strengthen and make this a place of transformation and purposefulness for all of us. As I said before, if you see me around campus, please do come up and say hello so that I might welcome you personally. Welcome aboard, everyone.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. It's now my pleasure to introduce Trish Nguyen, Student Representative, to provide some welcome remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Vice-Chancellor, Dean of Students, faculty deans, other members of faculty, and most importantly, our newest members of the Macquarie community. Welcome. My name is Trish, and I'm currently a final year law student here at Macquarie. It's truly an honour to be standing before you as your student speaker today as we celebrate the beginning of an exciting new academic year. Firstly, congratulations on reaching this milestone. You have taken the first step of an incredible journey of learning, growth, and discovery. Starting university is one of the most exciting yet overwhelming experiences we can go through. Maybe you're feeling excited to begin this new chapter in your life, nervous about the unknown, or even feeling homesick and missing the comfort of your friends and family. Whatever you're feeling right now, I want you to know one thing: you're not alone. Every single person in this room, from the students to the academics on the stage, has felt exactly what you're feeling. It's completely normal to feel a mix of emotions in these first few days. These emotions are part of the journey, and they don't define who you are. They are simply signs that you're on the edge of something new and transformative. Like many of you, I remember my first day at Macquarie, feeling a whirlwind of excitement, but also a sense of nervousness. The shift from high school to university was daunting. New faces, new expectations, and most importantly, new responsibilities. I had so many questions. Would I make friends? Would I be able to keep up with my studies? And most importantly, where was the best coffee on campus? I quickly realised that university is more than just lectures and exams. It's about the connections you make, the challenges you overcome, and the person you become in the process. I faced my fair share of struggles, like managing time with multiple assignments, getting lost on campus, and adjusting to a new learning style. I found that deadlines came fast and thick, and it was easy to feel overwhelmed. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that you don't have to do this alone, and building your support system is vital. I also learned that it was okay to ask for help, and in doing so, I found a wealth of tools and support resources. I found StudyWise on Ireland really helpful. It is produced collaboratively by the university's academic success team and Warrenara Library, with tools in helping you develop strong research, reading, writing, and other academic skills like managing your time. Using this resource, I found drawing up a weekly study schedule helped me visualize and allocate my time to my different priorities. As time went on, I realized that while discipline is needed for success, it is important to have room in my schedule for breaks for when life happens as well. And this buffer time meant that I could be flexible for any challenges that may arise. I do also encourage you to make the most of the incredible resources and opportunities available on campus. In my first year, I joined the Peer Mentor program, which helped my transition to uni life so much smoother with guidance from experienced students. I also really recommend getting involved in student societies, as it's an amazing way to meet new people, explore your hobbies, and if you decide to, develop your leadership skills. Also, take advantage of Employability Connect. It's a platform that some students don't really utilise, but it is a really wonderful resource. It's designed by the university's career team with valuable resources to help you write a stand-up cover letter, resume, and gain confidence in interviews. These are essential tools that will assist you in securing a job. These resources are only some of the opportunities which will not only enhance your university experience, but also set you up for success. As you embark on this new chapter, remember that challenges will come, but they are opportunities for growth. Stay curious, be proactive, and take advantage of all the resources available to you. And most importantly, do enjoy the experience. This is your time to explore, to dream, and create the future you envision for yourself. There are endless opportunities here for you to explore. In closing, remember that university is not just about academic success, but also personal growth. Embrace every opportunity, seek support when needed, and enjoy the journey ahead. Once again, congratulations and welcome to the university. We are so excited to have you here, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things you will accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish. I'd like to now introduce Professor Chris Dixon, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts.
Thank you, Leanne, and good morning, everyone. I'd like to extend a sincere welcome to all our students. Today, you commence a new, exciting chapter in your education journey. The Faculty of Arts was Macquarie's foundation faculty over 60 years ago. Today, the faculty is home to a passionate community of over 300 academics committed to providing students with a transformative education experience. Signifying the university's continuing commitment to the faculty, in early 2020, our award-winning Arts Precinct opened to students, staff and the community. This time last year, we opened the Michael Kirby Building, home of the law school and the philosophy discipline. Like the Arts Precinct, the Kirby Building has been designed with principles of collaboration at its heart and with an open and transparent design to foster creativity and interconnectedness. The faculty offers world-class undergraduate and postgraduate programs across the humanities and social sciences, as well as in newer areas such as media studies and communication, security studies and criminology. In addition, we offer professional programs in areas such as law and education. In each of these areas, the faculty prides itself on its outstanding achievements in research. In addition, the faculty prides itself on interdisciplinary education to help you strengthen a curious, inquiring mind. As a student within the Faculty of Arts, you'll be equipped to face contemporary challenges with a deep, evaluative mind, strong reasoning, and a well-established ethical compass. Whatever program you've chosen, you'll explore your creativity and passions while developing valuable skills such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and digital literacy. In the Faculty of Arts, we strive to help you feel part of a collaborative community of scholars. I encourage you to grasp this opportunity to become an active, equal partner in your education. There will, no doubt, be moments when you're challenged, but be assured you will be supported and invited to think deeply about your own assumptions and preconceptions. Remember, always, that you're part of a community here at Macquarie, and if at times it feels as if you're alone, be assured you're not. Crucially, too, throughout our education journey, we'll affirm the foundations of a liberal arts education with its emphasis on respect and tolerance. As we all know, the loudest voices are not always the most enlightening. And importantly, we will conduct ourselves with empathy and civility, qualities, in common with respect and tolerance, that are absent from so much of contemporary civic discourse. Indeed, at a time of national and international tension and pressing environmental challenges, we should remind ourselves of the responsibilities as informed, engaged citizens of the 21st century. Yet, amidst all this uncertainty and flux, and at a time when, to borrow a phrase from the Irish poet William Butler Yeats, the worst are full of passionate intensity, we can all play a part in ensuring that the centre does indeed hold. As you embark on your journey here at Macquarie, I urge you to join a spirit of optimism to what Abraham Lincoln described as the better angels of our nature. I'll conclude here with a personal anecdote. In a couple of months, I'll be making a brief trip to my hometown of Perth. As well as seeing family members, I'll be spending time with friends I made and some of the lecturers who taught me during my own undergraduate experience at the University of Western Australia. If much about university life has changed since that time, the important things remain constant. Above all, the friendships you will make here at Macquarie, along with the social and professional networks you will build, will endure, and I'm confident that in the years to come, you'll reflect on these years as a happy and formative time of your life. So, to reiterate, I warmly welcome you to Macquarie University. On behalf of my colleagues in the Faculty of Arts, I wish you all the very best for your journey here. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dixon. I'd now like to introduce Professor Catherine Dean, Deputy Dean Education Employability from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences.
Thank you, Leanne. It's with great pleasure I welcome you all to commence your studies at Macquarie University. On behalf of Professor Patrick McNeil, our Executive Dean, and all our staff, I would like to especially welcome all the students enrolled in the courses in the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. The faculty is a core component of the Macquarie University Health Sciences Centre, which is a unique academic enterprise in Australia, as Macquarie is the only university that integrates its learning and research with clinical practice here on campus at our own health service called MQ Health. MQ Health incorporates a hospital and a range of clinics, including allied health clinics such as chiropractic, psychology and speech and hearing. It provides opportunities for our students enrolled in the faculty to learn or undertake research in an environment where real clinical practice is occurring. The faculty is proud of the way it integrates learning and its health and medical research with patient care, captured in the purpose of MQ Health in 3 words: heal, learn, discover. In research, we have cross-disciplinary research strengths, in particular in cancer, clinical trials, neuroscience, health systems, linguistics and psychological sciences. Whether you're an undergraduate or postgraduate student commencing your course here at Macquarie, it's an important transition. And as we've heard, transitions can be challenging, but bring great growth. I vividly remember sitting on a plane with tears strolling down my eyes on the tarmac in Sydney as I was about to embark on a move to New York City to commence my postgraduate studies. While this was all part of my plan, I'd worked 3 jobs to be able to get there, and I was very excited. I was full of trepidation, as I'd never lived out of the family home, and I come from a large family. I'm one of 8 children. I arrived in New York only knowing one person, a distant cousin who I occasionally saw at Christmas. In the midst of trying to learn how to live independently, I experienced massive culture shock. With all the mix of accents and idioms, I wasn't even sure we spoke the same language. There were times I missed my old life desperately. I stayed connected to my family and friends through rationed international phone calls. Yes, this was way before social media, FaceTime, WhatsApp. I forced myself to explore New York City, and I said yes to every invitation. I'm ever grateful for my Thursday night seminar class, which started a routine of going to the local Spanish restaurant after class. Here I not only managed to get a 2-course meal with a drink for only $4, including tip and tax. Yes, this was decades ago, and it was US dollars. But I forged great personal and professional friendships which have really shaped my career. So my advice is to expand your networks, invite your peers to social events, share tips on how to save money. It is really difficult balancing work, family commitments, finances. And for those not from Sydney, know that missing your old life or your family and friends will come in waves, and just be kind to yourself. Transitions in life can really affect our mental health, even those not those involving just moving. So I'd like to end with some research from our stellar psychology researchers led by Professor Nick Titoff, who runs our MindSpot clinic, which provides online mental health services across Australia. Professor Titoff and colleagues have identified the big 5, or the 5 types of actions we all should be doing to improve our mental health. The first is meaningful activities. So every day we should try to do something that gives us a source of joy or accomplishment. We should think about our thinking, so we should adopt healthy thinking by having realistic perspectives about ourselves, the world and the future, and treat ourselves and others with respect. We should have goals and plans. You all have goals. You've come to Macquarie to commence studying. But goals and plans are good to keep us future focused rather than ruminating on things that haven't worked so well in the past. We should establish, the 4th thing is healthy routines. Establish healthy routines like our sleep routine, eating well and exercising. And the last one, which we've heard a lot about, is social connections. They're really important to keep in contact with people we love and value. These 5 things are really important to improve our mental health. And look, just yesterday I was ruminating on, or thinking about today, and I enjoyed yesterday with a group of long-standing friends. We're out on a boat enjoying Sydney, and I was with 9 other friends, and I realised, just looked around and thought, 7 of these people I met in my first tutorial group in undergraduate physiotherapy studies. So we're probably all doing the big 5, but we might not be doing enough. And these are the things we often stop when we become stressed or overwhelmed. So I urge you to continue to try and improve doing the amount of the bigger five. So once again, I warmly welcome you all to the Macquarie community. We look forward to being part of your journey, and we're invested in helping you create the future you're aspiring for. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dean. I'd now like to introduce Professor Samuel Mueller, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Thank you, Leanne. Hi, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you starting your studies with us today on this beautiful campus. I also want to extend a warm welcome to any family member who is here with you today, or friend who is here with you today to support you on your special day. Undergraduate and graduate students, I am excited to see you, and I look forward to being part of your success. Congratulations on becoming a student at Macquarie University. As you heard, my name is Sam. This is only the 4th week on the job as the Executive Dean of one of the best faculties here, the Faculty of Science and Engineering. And if you feel nervous or a little bit out of your comfort zone, believe me, I can relate. But let me say this, you've got this. You've made it this far, and you will go much further. This only marks the start of a transformative journey. You're not alone, and we are all cheering you on. My colleagues here and outside this room, we are all committed to guide and support you in achieving your educational goals. I remember my first day at university, an autumn Monday in 1994. I was the first in my family to attend high school and now university in Switzerland's capital, Bern. In case you haven't figured out my accent, it's a Swiss accent. I barely slept. I got up before sunrise. I'm still an early riser. I felt anxious and excited. My first lecture was with a professor teaching the axioms of mathematics. I absolutely loved it. He explained it slowly, and as I listened to him, my anxiety and imposter feelings disappeared, but only briefly. Then I walked into my first tutorial, not too long after this first lecture. I was still pretty excited about being at uni, and then I got stuck on a question, and I asked the tutor for help. The tutor didn't understand my confusion, and I tried to explain where I was coming from, but he still didn't get it. So after several attempts, he really snapped, and I can't say verbatim what he said. So you get the soft version of what he said to me. He told me to abandon studying immediately because I was the least talented student he had ever met in his entire life. So this was pretty hurtful at first. But as I walked and reflected on what he said, I actually felt a little bit sorry for him because there was a flaw in the question and he didn't get the flaw. Why do I share this with you today? I want to repeat what I said at the beginning. You've got this. We are all here to help you succeed. We do understand not everything will go to plan. You may encounter disappointments. You may sometimes encounter an injustice. There may be a setback. But remember, you've got this. You have yourself. You have all of us to multiply your potential. You have your family. You have your peers. And today, you can make more peers and grow your community. Use this knowledge as your secret power to push through anything that comes your way that is negative. And I call on everyone in this room, keep cheering everyone in this room on. Congratulations again on beginning your journey with us.
Thank you, Professor Mueller. I'd now like to introduce Professor Leonie Tickle, Executive Dean of Macquarie Business School.
Thank you very much, Leanne, and I would also like to acknowledge the Wallumattagal people of the Darug Nation. Well, it's a really great pleasure to be here today representing the Macquarie Business School, one of the 4 academic faculties at Macquarie University. So if you're studying a Bachelor of Commerce, a Bachelor of Business, or one of our specialist degrees, you'll be being taught by faculty members at the Macquarie Business School. First and foremost, congratulations on reaching this really significant milestone in your lives. Your presence here today reflects your talent, your hard work, your perseverance. I also want to acknowledge the family and friends whose support has played a crucial role in bringing you to this point. I studied at Macquarie University myself, and I still remember the mix of excitement and nervousness I felt when I was starting my own university journey. Like many others here today, I was the first in my family to attend university. My parents grew up on farms. My mum started work when she was 15 years old, and they sacrificed so that my younger brothers and I could pursue higher education, for which I'm immensely grateful. So university felt like very unfamiliar territory to me when I started out, both exhilarating and daunting. And if you feel the same, rest assured that you'll soon find your footing. I also remember being quite worried about whether I'd chosen the right course. I was interested in so many things, I wasn't sure what I wanted my career to be. Looking back, I wish I'd known that university is all about exploration. The key is to embrace the opportunity, be curious, adaptable, and open to growth. In the language of the Darug people, Walanga Maru means to follow your path, and I encourage you to use your time here to do just that. After completing my studies at Macquarie and working in industry, I returned as a faculty member, and as the new year starts again, I've been reflecting on some of the fascinating and diverse paths I've seen my own students take. One became an internationally renowned hedge fund manager, setting up a company in New York and London, which he named after his childhood street in Australia. In a recent conversation with me, he shared how much of an impact Macquarie had on his life. Another pivoted from an ambitious consulting path to work with the World Bank in Africa on the AIDS crisis. Another spent many years doing hard examinations to qualify as an actuary before deciding that she'd like to be a doctor and having a happy and fulfilling life as a doctor now. Another launched a business analytics company just at the time that the field was emerging, and today that company operates in 6 countries and hires 120 graduates a year. He also remains married to his classmate from that time, so students, be careful who you sit next to in your lectures. Watching our students' careers flourish is a real joy and privilege for all of us here on the stage today, and we're here to support you every step of the way on your journey. The most important advice that I think I can offer you is Walanga Maru, follow your path. Not someone else's path, not the path you think you should take, not the path anyone else expects you to take, but the path that truly feels right for you. That's what will guide you in the right direction and will allow you to make the biggest contribution to the world. As Gandhi once said, the only tyrant I accept in this world is the still small voice within, and I believe there's no better principle to live by. On behalf of my colleagues at Macquarie Business School, welcome to your course, welcome to Macquarie University, and we're also excited to see where your journey takes you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Tegel. In closing our convocation ceremony this morning, again, I want to thank all of our speakers, and most importantly, I want to again congratulate our students for joining our Macquarie community. I want to wish you the very best for your studies this year. Remember, always reach out if you need us. We are here for you at every step of your journey. That's you to the power of us. Let us amplify your potential and feel your joy as you fly high, celebrating with you in your successes, however you define them. Thank you. Just ask that you might remain seated as the academic procession leaves the hall.